My name's Robert Dailey, and this is what will be the Dailey Homestead. My family and I just bought 11 acres out in the country. Our dream is to build a house out here, to finish raising our kids out here.
It's our dream.
It's our dream, all that. So let me walk you through kind of the first tour of this land, show you all the work that we have bitten off that I have no idea if we can chew or not, but we're biting off a lot here, and we are gonna work hard to make this eventually our home. Ready to go? All right. Hey, y'all, can y'all hear me? Okay, y'all holler if y'all need me. It up to hold our stuff. That's going to be for equipment at first, and then maybe for animals later. Not quite yet. I'm not ready for you to use the machete yet because I'm not ready to get it out. But let me. Originally, whenever we bought the property, or whenever we first started looking at the property, there were two mobile homes here. We have the previous owners hired a guy to come clean up all this mess, but there was a old trailer house sitting there, an old trailer house sitting over there. Eventually, we want to put a cabin in here somewhere where we can camp and overlook our pond. So today we're going to head down to the pond and just do some cleanup over there so the kids can come out here and fish. We've got lots of projects in store. I've got a tractor ordered waiting for it to come in. That's right. That's the most exciting part. I got a tractor I get to play with. We've got the equipment shed over there that we're gonna, what was like a horse stable, something like that. We're in Texas, so we have really mild winters and we have really horrible summers. It's officially Hell's Front Porch is our season right now. It's about 105 was the high today. It's about 6 o'clock, and it's just now starting to cool off. It was 101 on my truck's thermometer when we pulled up here. This is what will be the equipment shed. Was stables. We had a bulldozer guy come out and did some cleaning up. There was a dead tree in here. You can see the roots right there that got tore up. All that's got it cleaned up and out, and then probably some major repairs on this guy. You can see where the bulldozer tore everything up. Kind of wish I wouldn't have agreed to having a bulldozer out here, because it seemed like that's where you get the phrase that you just bulldoze through. They just kind of bulldoze through everything. And you know, they did more in 6 hours than I could do in like 3 weeks, even with my tractor. But I wish they wouldn't have, you know, done so much. Am I safe? Yeah. Okay. So here is more of kind of what the bulldozer did. Letting him play with the machete. Yes, I'm keeping a close eye on him. I had some nicer trees kind of back here. He built up the dam, which needed to happen. So it's one of those things of it needed to happen. But I'm still a little bummed that I kind of lost. There were lots more shade trees here. Most of them were scrub brush. You can see my pile down there. So, getting a grapple for the tractor. And gonna clean that up. And then hopefully after it rains good, I'll create a nice clean spot and we'll have a big bonfire out here one night. And here's our little pond. Yep, careful with that. 2 hands. And we've just got cat claw down here. You can see the tank is about 1.5 feet, maybe even 2 foot low right now. That's how dry it is, huh? I don't know. We're gonna have to figure out how to find that out. As you can see, my pond is really overgrown. It might be what they call silted in. I don't know much about ponds, so I'm still, you know, everything there is to know about ponds? Okay. So he's our pond expert, so I'm gonna ask him questions, figure out what I need to know. So it was recommended to me to actually have the pond drained and redug and then filled back in.
Wait, what about the fish?
But then we would have to buy more new fish to put in it. We think it still has fish in it. We've seen turtles. I've seen a fish jump. We haven't caught anything yet. We came out here the other day and fished. But that was going to be between $15,000 and $20,000 to drain the pond, dig it out, and put it back in. And that's a lot of money to spend. So maybe with the tractor I'll kind of figure out how to eventually do a lot of that myself. That's kind of my goal for this whole thing, is do as much of this with my own 2 hands as I can, with, of course, my helpers over here.
I'm trying to help her. I'm trying to cut this.
Trying to cut that.
Like,
Are you okay?
ready? Pull on tree 1. 1, 2, 3.
You got it. Good job, guys. Big stick. What? Catch a fish with it. Oh, we did forget our fishing poles, didn't we?
Yes, because I wanted to.
We forgot our fishing poles.
Then maybe ask Mama to bring them.
Maybe. I don't think Mama's coming out here today.
Well, could you ask
Only
her?
us.
I will ask her if she's coming out here, but I don't think she's coming out here.
Well, just ask her. Just come out here like to bring a fishing pole.
That's a long drive and gas is $4. Alright, so the pond actually goes past that berm of, I'm going to call it seaweed even though it's not sea. That's grown up in the middle. We don't know if that's an island or what. That might be what we have to eventually hire a guy, again, with a bulldozer to come in and clean that out. But actually meanders all the way back up out of sight over there. Let me zoom in so you can see it. All the way back yonder to see over there.
Dad, are you gonna let me round you a job and you're gonna do anything to the food?
Yep. Get to work.
I'm putting this in the back of the truck.
Okay. Yep. Yep. So let's go cut down trees. Little trees. We're not going to cut down big trees. We're going to leave that tree, but we're going to cut off all the stuff around it. So that brings me to kind of the first thing that we're actually doing. Is I want to be able to drive my tractor, which is going to stand about 8 foot high at the ROPS bars. I want to be able to drive it underneath any tree around here. Careful. And so we're gonna clean up under this. That way you can just walk under all the trees nice and good. So this is actually a great place for us to start. So I'm gonna go get my Sawzall. I've got my weed eater. I do have a chainsaw, but I'm not gonna use it on this stuff. You're not gonna use the weed eater. And we're gonna tackle this guy and see how far we can get. Swing that sword. So this machete that he nearly killed himself with was made by Bracken Blades Forge. My friend Logan Bracken made that for me. He's been on Forged in Fire, and he sells really cool custom knives and stuff. He made that for me out of an old lawnmower blade. The tools I have right now, so I got rake, shovel, hoe. I got a weed eater. This little battery-powered Makita weed eater is actually done pretty darn good. I'll do a full review over that in the future. That old steel chainsaw was my dad's. I don't know if I can crank it up or not. It's been sitting forever. Got my come along. That's not a come along. Right there. Filming stuff. First aid kit. And then in here I got a Sawzall. Because the Sawzall is a great tool that saws everything. This is the rigid reciprocating saw, not a Sawzall, because that's trademarked. And then we got some batteries. And then safety glasses for the little one. You should be wearing already. Good, yes, you do need safety glasses. Come put these on. And this is a great way to trim smaller trees. You can do a lot of damage with this real quick, and it's electric, so it stops as soon as you let go. So not everything has to be tackled with a chainsaw. I'm a little scared of a chainsaw, to be honest with you. I haven't used one enough to be proficient. So you should always have a healthy respect for your tools, because they can hurt you. Coming?
Can I use that? Okay, here's a machete. Trade.
I'm never getting out of this car.
Okay. Get it.
You can smell fog.
Cool. Remember we heard a lot yesterday. There you go. Go put it in the pile. You're doing all the work right now. I'm gonna let you.
Either way, Daddy.
So here's what I'm doing. Go ahead and weed eat all this with my Makita 36 volts.
That's what I did.
And I got a little metal blade on there. It says in the owner's manual not to put one of those on. Totally put one on anyway. It's awesome. Here's been cleaning all this up. And the idea is we want all the limbs high enough where you can walk under without hitting your head.
Like the points.
So we're trimming off all the little limbs sticking out everywhere. We're leaving these big trees, which will hopefully make these trees healthier because there's not as many little shoots competing with the main trunk for water. And the Croat Swanson, my kids are several months old. They're well accustomed to the use of power tools. All right, so I've got to say, this Makita 36 volt right here has been a very pleasant surprise. Got the brushless motor. Picked up this blade thing on Amazon. It's really cheap, like 20 bucks. Definitely that has paid for itself today. It's got a couple of buttons on it. So you got 3 speeds. I'm on 3 right now, and then you have an auto, which basically speeds up and slows down the blade based on load. So the more load, the harder it's going to spin. The less load, the slower it's going to spin. So it gives you power when you need it and saves battery when you don't. So when you push this button right there and it blinks, it spins the blade backwards for a few seconds to clear out any debris you get on it. And I have done pretty much everything from that tree over here. We did all that, most of it anyway, all the way over there in, I don't know, 30 minutes, and my battery's still going strong, and starting to run low on water, so we're gonna head home pretty quick after that. But day one, the official day one of the Dailey Homestead, of getting this place where they can fish. We've got our little brush pile right there that we're doing, and behold our little pond. I would say altogether this pond is maybe an acre. That's pushing it. It's probably 50, no, I would say it's probably about 100 foot that way to there, and then from here to that first load of stuff is probably 50 to 75 feet. I don't know, I'm really bad at judging distance. And then behind it is about half this size, and it kind of goes that way. So altogether I'd say the pond at its max is maybe an acre, and that's probably stretching the truth a little bit. So yeah, we're getting to the point of getting some lawn chairs, coming out here with a cooler with drinks and fish and just enjoy being out here.